Furbies will always have a special place in my heart. I grew up obsessing over Furbies. I had a green Furby, and I had the Furby board game and a Furby backpack. I was quintessential 90s child. I hadn't heard of the Furby Island film until this week, and it was released in 2005, which actually feels a bit late. Obviously, Furbies are still a thing, but 2005 is kind of in the middle of their heyday, or rather either side of their heyday. And I just feel like this film maybe missed the boat for 90s kids loving Furbies, and then the Furby is kind of now back in action. But 2005 seems like a really odd time for this. Nevertheless, I watched it. I don't even know. I don't know how I feel about this. So it's directed by Nick Woolfolk and stars Erika Hodges as the voice of Maddy. And Maddy is a young girl whose father is on this island looking for this exotic plant. But while there, Maddy discovers Furby Island. She discovers basically this land where all of these Furbies come from, and she becomes very attached to them. And I have to say, when we first met the Furbies, my heart did kind of flutter a bit because they are so cute and so adorable, particularly the baby Furbies. I mean, they are ridiculously adorable. They don't sound like Furbies though. They don't make the noises that Furbies make. So they're not really Furbies. They look like Furbies. They don't sound anything like Furbies in my opinion. So I feel like that just ruined it. They should have talked like Furbies, but they kind of just talk like, I guess, babies or toddlers. Not full speech, but they don't sound like Furbies. So that kind of missed the boat completely. The message is nice though, because I don't want to go into too much detail, but Maddy protects the Furbies from a threat of being captured. And obviously the great thing there is that while everybody wants to grab a Furby for their own, they are actually a species in their own right, allegedly, and shouldn't be taken home as pets. They deserve to live with their family on Furby Island. Nice enough message for kids watching this. It's 45 minutes. The progression of the narrative was nothing particularly exciting, but at the same time it was reasonable. Like, I didn't feel like the narrative was all over the place. I didn't feel like it was lacking in focus. It knew what it was wanting to do, and I think it delivered that well. But the Furbies themselves were not really very good. I just think the representation of the Furbies was unrealistic. If I still had my Furby, aside from the visual appearance, there's nothing that would make it feel like it was my Furby. But then, maybe it was just a marketing ploy to get people to buy more Furbies. I don't know. They're pretty cute still. Just not Furbies. They don't even really look like Furbies now that I think about it. See, it's very odd. When I saw them, I thought, yeah, that's a Furby, that's very cute. But the more I look at them, I just think they've tried to make them into these real beings, these real animals. And they've just not done a very good job of it. Recognisable, yes, but not perfect. Would I say watch this? If you like Furbies, give it a watch. Because, well, why not? It's been very, very unnerving and quite creepy as well. So give your childhood memories a little bit of a ruin in a very fun way. It's not brilliant. If you don't like Furbies or have never had any interest in Furbies, I wouldn't say watch it. I don't think you'll like it. It could be a good way to introduce a young child to the concept of the Furby if they have yet to discover Furbies. I won't watch it again, but I'm pleased I settled my curiosity. It wasn't that bad.